Today I've got a review of the Nitecore TIP, and this is the high CRI version. My friends at Banggood sent me two of these lights for review, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the second one that's brand new in the package. This is going to be a US giveaway. Sorry guys, but due to shipping costs, that's the way it's going to be. I'm going to be using glem.io, and I'm going to have a few requirements. Some of the things will be that you like this video, that you comment, and that you subscribe. You'll have different opportunities and chances to win based on how many of those actions you do. Full details will be in the description box below. Don't forget to enter. This contest will run for about 2 weeks from when this video is posted, and then I will contact you on YouTube or via your Glem login, and I'll get your address and ship this out via US mail. So let's get to the flashlight review. So what's special about this Nitecore TIP? Well, it's a high CRI model. And CRI is great because it's color rendering index. It allows colors to look natural, more like your eye sees them. You'll see flashlights marked as cool white or neutral white, and some of the neutral white lights have a even higher CRI. This one happens to have a rating of 90 plus, and that's really good. These are great for photography or videography, but also just great to really see light how your eye sees it versus having a color tint to it. So manufacturers get high CRI LEDs by adjusting the phosphor levels that are used on the LED. These LEDs are usually more expensive to produce and difficult, and they sell in much smaller volumes, so they tend to cost more. However, in the Nitecore TIP, it's the same price as the non-CRI version. However, you do sacrifice some lumens. The original is 360 lumens, and the maximum of this one is 220. So not an insignificant difference. Personally, 220 out of this light is pretty good, and I'll take the high CRI version any day. So, some things I like on this light. It has a metal body. It's an aluminum body that's nicely anodized to an HA3 spec, and that's pretty nice. As you can see, it comes with a lanyard. It comes with two different sizes. This is the larger one. As I mentioned, I also like the high CRI LED. This has a built-in battery that's 500 milliamp hours, and it's USB rechargeable. And it also has battery indicating levels by certain button combinations you can press and show what charge level you're at. So that's always nice to know. You can poke it every once in a while and see where you're at and know if you need to charge it. With it being USB rechargeable, it's super easy to just charge in your car while you're driving with probably the phone charger you already have. That's what I ended up doing. One of the negative things, this does not come with a USB cable to charge. Not a huge deal. Pretty much all of us have many micro USB cables laying around that we can charge it with. Some other things. It will tail stand just fine. It will stand on its face if you ever wanted to do that. This has a easy interface, and I'll go over that later, but basically you have a power button and then you have a mode button, and that does everything. And that's one of the other things I like about it. You do have modes with this. Some of these keychain lights, they're only on-off, and this one you have options, which is great. This has a real lens. The LED and lens inside, the lens is a double reflective coated glass, and the reflector is lightly knurled for beam smoothness. Some things I don't care about this light is that it doesn't have a strobe mode, and I think that's something that would be super helpful. As a keychain light, I see this as something you've kind of always got on you. You could maybe give to a wife or girlfriend or something like that. And say you're at the grocery store, it's late at night, and you need to draw attention to yourself. Maybe if somebody's following you or just something doesn't feel right. I feel like strobe's the best way to do that. And this light doesn't have that. So it's something I feel like would be nice. This version's a little bit larger than I want on my keys. And I'll just pick up a dollar bill here to show you. It's not huge, but it's about as tall as a dollar bill is. And it's a little bit thick. I think that's all due to the battery for the most part. It's just a little bit larger than I wish to have on my keys. Weight-wise, 25.1 grams with the larger ring, so not too heavy. As I mentioned before, the CRI version of this is a little bit brighter at 360 lumens. Now, Nitecore on the package lists this as 240 lumens, as you can see here. But if you pull up the table, you can see here on the table the top is 220 lumens. So I'm not quite sure what Nitecore is thinking when they get 240. Maybe somebody in the comments can fill me in. But the big thing I wish this light had was it doesn't have a dust protector here for the USB. Now, the light is IP54 rated. That's considered dust protection, but not dust proof. And as far as water, it's splash resistant, but definitely not submersible. I think this is okay. If you think about most of your keys for your cars that have electronics on them, they're somewhere similar. And that doesn't seem to be a problem unless they're dropped. This one, I would bet you could even drop into a pool briefly and it'd work. I haven't tried that. I don't want to kill mine. The hard anodized aluminum finish is going to get beat up. I've been carrying this one for about a week or so, and you can start to see dings and dents and dings in it just from banging around in a pocket or around keys. If that bothers you, the silver version I think will hide it the best, but any of the darker colors will probably show it. So it might look like it get beat up a little bit more, but I think it's going to be okay. So here's my tabletop beam shots. Here it is in low moonlight mode, bumping up, and going to turbo. So let me bump to something reasonable. You can see it's a pretty even light, no hot spots, very floody. Overall, I think it's great for its intended purpose. Here's my outtime shots of the Nitecore TIP high CRI model. So first is Moonlight mode, which is 1 lumen, and as usual, this just really doesn't come over on camera, even though I've got the camera ISO cranked. Here's medium mode, and it's 20 lumens, and on my deck here, it's about 25 feet or so. Does a nice job of illuminating that up. And here is what's called high mode at 90 lumens. And you can really see how much of a flood this is. And here's the shadow of the camera just to kind of see. But it does a super nice flood. It's almost all even. To the naked eye, it's even. The camera's showing a little bit of a hot spot there in the big center. And then you have turbo, which is 200 lumens on this model. No, sorry, 220 lumens. And you can see it really does a pretty nice job of lighting up the entire deck and really increases that flood. And just so I can see here, here's turbo, and I'm lighting up a tree. And the tree's not that much further away. So here's turbo, 220 lumens out into my corner of my yard. Does a surprisingly nice job for such a floody light. Again, this is turbo, 220 lumens. Overall, this is a simple light to operate, and I think it's pretty bright for its size. I love that it's USB rechargeable versus button cells. Just from a cost perspective, that's super nice and makes it a lot cheaper in the long run. I think this light might be good to give to young kids as well, if they like to play with flashlights and there isn't a concern about someone putting it in their mouth. Although with kids, you never do know. And I could see also taking this light to gun shows or things like that for weapons inspection, since it is pretty small and could fit in a bore pretty easily. I think this is a good light to get if you're looking for something that's in that medium to small size and you want options easy to configure with buttons versus a twisty on a AAA light or one of the smaller ones. And USB rechargeable. Don't forget to enter my giveaway. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like and subscribe and keep your eye out for new videos coming soon. Thank you.